everybody, my name is Peter Nelson and I'm here to tell you about everything you need to know about gemstones and jewelry. And today we need to talk about white gold, because the fact is, it just ain't white. So what is it? Why does it exist? Well, the fact is, until about World War II, white gold didn't really exist. Prior to World War II, and in fact, even World War I in the Art Deco period, the Roaring Twenties, most of that jewelry was made in platinum. And when the Great Wars came along, platinum was decided by the US government to be a strategic metal. So it was banned for use in jewelry. Platinum, as some of you may know, has certain applications inside of chemistry and other manufacturing, catalytic converters and all sorts of things like that. And so the government said normal people couldn't have it. And so out it goes from jewelry. And so there was a need for a white metal that wasn't just silver. Silver, readily tarnishing, not so desirable. And so they developed white gold. They mixed in other things like silver in varying ratios to create what we have now. Now, what most people don't know is that white gold, what you're seeing on the outside, is not white gold. Most white gold jewelry is covered with a thin layer of rhodium. It's plated with rhodium, and rhodium is another platinum group metal, hence the whiteness. In total, I believe there's about 6 different platinum group metals, platinum being one of them. Yes, I was right, 6. I had to look that one up. Platinum, palladium, rhodium, ruthenium, osmium, and iridium. But most people know about platinum. Now, the platinum group metals share some properties in common and some are quite different. For example, platinum itself is very, very dense. The specific gravity is about 20. Now, if you compare that with silver, which is about 10, an object of this size in platinum would feel twice as heavy as it does in silver, which I believe I spoke about in this video. And so a quick way to know if you have felt a lot of silver, when somebody drops platinum in your hand, it's going to feel a lot heavier, even though it's the exact same size. But what's the deal with white gold? So after World War II, when it was declared a strategic metal, platinum was, and white gold came on the scene because that's all that was available unless you wanted to go with silver, which is tarnishing all the time. Not to mention, it doesn't take the same amount of abuse as either white gold or platinum. Years and years went by, and even though platinum was no longer declared a strategic metal, people didn't go back to platinum. Why not? Well, I think some of it's just comfort. When jewelers get into a pattern and people don't ask for it, they're not going to try and convince you to buy something else. But we've come back around to a different time in history when, once again, people are afraid of what's going on in the world, and so people go back to buying gold just for the sake of having gold. Gold has never been this expensive before. At the time of this filming, we're almost at $4,200 per troy ounce. 6 years ago, when I started studying gemology, it was about $1,700. That's over $2,500 increase per troy ounce, simply because of fear. And so now we are at a time when it makes sense to look at platinum considerably more closely. For 2 reasons. There's the financial reason, of course. Yes, platinum has also gone up in price, but nowhere near as far as gold has gone. And then second, which should perhaps be first, the aesthetic. If you want something that actually is more beautiful and more white, then platinum will always be white, and it doesn't tarnish at all. Gold still gains a patina, it still tarnishes, but slowly. Nothing as quickly as silver does. And so what I want to do is show you a ring. This is a ring that a friend of mine made in Art Deco style, but it was white gold with rhodium plating. It had just kind of sat in their collection for a while, and they wanted to jazz it up, so they asked me to do some engraving. So I engraved the band with a pattern that I felt respected the Art Deco ideal, but you'll see that this fan design that I engraved is a different color from the rhodium plating on the rest of the ring. This is what your ring will look like if it is white gold. Every so often you'll have to go back and get it rhodium plated again. That's an expense, and perhaps why you don't really see white gold in Japan, there's a certain level of internal deceit. You're not looking at what you bought. You're looking at the makeup that was put over it to make it acceptable to you. So my question to you is this: if it's a better price, more durable, and it remains white without having to do anything, why not look at platinum again? I don't know, totally up to you. Are you saying I can't have white gold, Peter? No, of course you can have white gold. I'm just saying I'll lose respect for you if you do. No, you can have it. Just don't tell me. Anyway, if you're interested in talking more about platinum or starting a custom project, head over to gemshepard.com. Otherwise, hit like and subscribe, tell all of your friends about me, and until next time, bye-bye.